We are here with Lionel, who is quite a successful photographer here in Brussels, Belgium. Your average photo shoot is around 5,000 euros per day when you do a commercial, right?
Average.
Yeah, average that, which is quite good. So what kind of things did you actually learn to raise your prices?
That's a good question. Where did it start? I started to have a little success. I had too much and I never learned to say no.
So how did you get your first success actually?
It was really slow for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't in the overnight that it happened. It took me years. The chance I had is that I didn't quit my job by then because I was 13 maybe. So I had school next to it. I had my life, and it wasn't a big thing if I didn't succeed overnight. I started taking photos in clubs when I was 14, 15.
So illegal photographer, right?
Definitely, we won't quote anyone here.
So this is how you started, right? Because I started when I was 18 and I was like super happy getting a free entry and free drinks. I was like,
I had Diet Coke and still water because they knew my age. The face don't lie. But yeah, you know, when you end up in parties and everyone is 30 around you and you're like 14 and you're like...
I did it for 6 years. And actually the funny thing is we just met. So I posted yesterday on my Instagram, hey, I'm in Brussels for a day, who wants to meet? And then we met and then we spoke a little bit and I realized, wow, he has a lot of he does things really different and interestingly, and he gets really good results. How many like photo shoots do you have per month?
It really depends because as well as seasonal.
Yeah.
So a month, I would say 2 or 3 a week.
Yeah.
That I shoot.
Yeah.
It could be portraits, it could be weddings, it could be commercial, or these are my main...
So that's like how many per month?
That would be a bit between 8 and 12.
Okay, yeah, that's really good. So what's your story? How did you actually start? You've been like 18 years a photographer, right?
I wouldn't call myself 18 years photographer, but first time I had my hands on the camera, I was 12, yes. That's 18 years ago. I never let it go. I had so many passion in my life, but this one got stuck and still is.
And 7 years you're a photographer full time, right?
Yes.
And then you told me that at the beginning it was like low paying clients, and then in 2018 it flips for you, and we now
basically when I started I was a prostitute.
This is one thing about you. Jokes all the time, like super silly, and with clients as well.
Yeah.
You give them mugs with like, you're an asshole. This is the mug I got.
Like this.
Yeah. So in French it means asshole.
If the client laughs, it often means that we're going to work together. If there's no reaction, I can continue the meeting. But it's part of the tests, let's say. Part of the question test and reaction
qualifying.
Exactly, yeah.
That's really interesting. So we're going to speak about that actually.
When I started, I was 12.
Yeah.
First time I had a camera in my hands. And then, I studied before doing photography, but always had my hands on the camera. Every opportunity was a good opportunity to take pictures.
Yeah.
But of course, when I started, I was so young, I didn't sell myself. So I would work for free or for... I don't know, for 50 euros. That was a big money for me at that time. That was FIFA on the PS2. So I had one night to work, one day of post-production, and I could play FIFA for a week after that. And this is how it started.
Okay. So actually, when did you start like making all those jokes and like, being so open and freely with all your clients? And when did it always work?
It has always been like this, I would say, but not with the clients.
Never done
With the
that.
clients.
What do you mean?
I would be like this with my friends, with my family.
Yeah.
I'm the joker. They know me quite well. We just got married. I wanted to make everyone laugh, so I did the jarretière.
No, what's that?
The thing you do at the end of the wedding. You have the bride usually that wears something on the thigh, and people pay, and it's like a cultural thing in a wedding.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, funnier than that. I'll do it myself. I'll show you photos.
Maybe not.
But with the client, it arrived actually when I get more confidence. Yes.
Like confidence got you to raise your prices, I bet, right?
As well.
Yeah.
Mindset is key. If you want to start photography and want to invest smart, I would surely, even before thinking about buying gear, lens, body, camera, invest in yourself, like mentoring or is something that helped me a lot through my career. Great opportunities, meeting people that would elevate you, help you realize your value.
Yeah. Okay, so to raise your price, the key lesson here is to raise your prices, you got to be super confident. Confidence was a huge thing. So back on track. So the first success you got was really slow. It wasn't really a success. It was just like slow growth.
Slow growth, Facebook growth.
Yeah, for me, similar.
Yes.
Yeah. Facebook growth, what do you mean?
Everything. It was before Instagram also. I created a book page I posted picture of my friends. I was dancing by then, so I had picture for the group, breakdance and popping.
I did the same thing.
No way.
5 years. Yeah. When I was a kid.
Wait for the end of the video. Stay here.
Now we're gonna do a competition. Yeah. Okay. So breakdance photos.
Two main things.
So you basically showed your passion on Facebook.
That was it.
Right.
Nothing expected behind it.
What age?
2008. Yeah,
14 years old. Okay. So grew slowly from there. Oh, he's a great photographer. Oh, great.
Between 14 to 16, 17, 18.
Your age. Yeah. So a teenager.
Young adult.
So slow progress. Like, how did you got your first glance, let's say?
So the first photo shoot I remember was with one of my best friends that I was dancing with. Took portraits of her in the snow. And she was like, oh, what's trend now? People create Facebook page, so you should open one. So did that, post the pictures. Then we had an event with the dance crew. Then took a few pictures, the other dancers.
Yeah.
Posted it. And then through this Facebook page, I had more friends and more family through the dance crew and the school. And a few parents saw me taking pictures and they were like, oh, we're getting married next week.
Or
next year, whatever.
But what age was that?
Between 14 and 18 again. So first wedding was the early dance crew.
Wait, you took wedding photos when you were 15 years old?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes. These were my 6 years of dancing and shooting time.
Wow.
and school time.
So you basically became 18 and then you were a full-time photographer.
Yes. The first real wedding clients I had was parents of dancers with me at the school. And they got married.
How much did you get for it?
I don't remember. I would say maybe 200, not even 200. And still was an amount of money that I couldn't think of.
Just for a week of FIFA for you, right?
It's a PlayStation plus FIFA plus Call of Duty, probably.
Kids' money.
Kids' money, right? But that's not what kept me going. FIFA and Call of Duty wasn't a motivation. And that's how I fell in love with wedding, is seeing the reaction of the couple when I showed the pictures. This was priceless. I've never experienced that, especially in club. Like, people see the pictures, they're happy, they post it, we get your tag on it, and it goes like a bit viral because everyone is reposting.
Yeah.
That's good, but it didn't make me feel better. The reaction of the couples, and this is something I still do today, is that I never send the picture to my clients if it's on location or in Belgium. I do the first viewing with the couples.
I love that.
I done this morning and it was amazing.
I love that. This is your why.
This is the why, and I can see it now 10 years after. When I give the picture after a month, they're really happy. It's an amazing moment to experience. But what I love the most is asking a few years after how they see the pictures. Is the family that has grown, or unfortunately some member of the family that are not there anymore? Another dimension, I think.
I'm just going to say it because I see a huge opportunity in content creation. This is gold. If you can record their reactions when they see the photos for the first time and 10 years later, that's like huge.
Okay.
That will go viral for sure. Yeah.
Let's see each other in 10 years.
What exactly do you mean their reaction? What would you get from it?
What I'm really sensitive to, of course, because it's my personality, I think it's first picture. So the picture with a sense of humor, the thing that rings a bell, but that is a nice picture for common people.
Yeah.
But rings something really to the couple. I told you before about the Dragon Ball Z picture.
Tell me again.
But this is the reaction I love the most. These are the pictures that I love the most. So when I meet a couple for the first time, after exchanging with them in emails, we meet, and sometimes the meeting lasts between 3 and 5 hours. It's ridiculous. I know.
One meeting, right? By the way, we are at this house now. Everything is happening at this house. Yeah, the studio back there. And he invited everyone on the chairs. Yeah, they sit on the chairs, not on the table.
Some lay down on the table, but I'm like, cool down. After 5 hours, we are dancing on the table. But yes. So I welcome my couples here for the first time.
Yeah.
And before talking about wedding, we talk about everything. I let them know that there are no limits, that they can give me the most they can.
And you open them up with the sex jokes.
Of course.
Yeah.
As soon as they arrive. So first the mugs, and then, but it's always the same joke. After 10 years, you never get bored of it because
Does your wife get bored of it?
she knows them by heart.
I was a bit sick that day, so having people in your space during 5 hours when you're feeling ill is...
What an investment, though. It's such an investment.
Best wife ever. That's why I'm married.
Yeah,
She's so supportive and tolerant, so thank you.
this is an interesting principle because I don't do that, but I learn more and more from my coaches. it's better that people invest time with you before they know the price. And that's exactly what you do. That's why I found it really interesting. Because I used to just I tested it, just having my prices on my website. Didn't like that much. But then I share it when they email me and it still works. But I think what you do is works the best. So can you show us exactly the funnel?
Yes. So the funnel is based on an amazing French photographer, Sébastien Roignan. You should definitely look him up. And he has the best advice after you for photographers. No, not sure.
So walk me through the funnel of exactly how do wedding clients, which pay 5,000 on average, book you? What's exactly the steps?
Okay. So first, we get in touch. Could be a phone call, could be an email. Wedding speaking, 80-90% of it is month to year.
Okay.
What do you call that?
Word to mouth.
Exactly. After the wedding is passed and everything went well. But since I started really young, that I don't communicate much. I have the website. I'm not super active on the social media. So word to mouth.
Actually,
Not active at all for the last 2 or 3 years. But then what I tend to do is take a lot of time with them. Before I met them, it could be B2B clients that I converted into wedding. So when I'm working on an event, I always let the clients know at an opportunistic moment of the conversation. Could be at the beginning, but hey, by the way, I have she with your event, but I also do commercial photo shoot. I also do portraits for your team. But I'm a wedding photographer, so if any chance anyone,
so you do 3 things, right? Well, commercials, portraits, events.
weddings. Exactly.
I do the same. Like I used to do the same, so I know that.
Perfect.
But it's 2 different people. Which is the normal people who are more emotional, and then you have business and more like logical.
Yes, the wedding part you have an emotional dimension on top of the rest, which I really love. Very good.
Yeah.
You have to keep that in mind throughout all the process because it could translate to more stressed clients as well. You can have some stressed people in the B2B industry, but
Yeah.
one thing at a time. Come on.
You can do it.
But we're getting it. First thing is a proper email asking lots of questions about the client. So if it's ask about them.
So they just send you an email.
Yes.
We're interested in what you.
Exactly. The click to action on the website is a button at the end of the gallery, and let's have a word and let's eat together. So that's the spirit. So they know a bit that I'm gonna have them here, and it's gonna be approach. People know about it if they read a bit on the website. That is really familiar approach. So wedding speaking, the funnel is when we get in touch, I ask a few questions about the couple, about themselves. Could be work related, could be family related, how close they feel to their family, to their friends, what they do for a living, where they live, if they have animals, what kind of music they like, what kind of movies they watch. It's a long list. On the first email,
How many people don't reply to that?
exactly the point. It helps me already not sorting but filtering a bit. The people who really want to work with me have to take the time to answer that first thing.
And how do you make this desire at the first place? That's word of mouth. Because people really want to work with you to answer all that. So how do you create this once first?
Through,
Word.
yes, but a really good selection displayed on the website. I only communicate with the images that I want to be hired.
You only show the photos that want to be hired to do again.
Yeah, I'm tending to. It's a work in progress.
Yes.
We're not quite there yet, but
Selecting for photos for a website is really hard.
yes, it is.
But you said it really good. So you select only the photos you want to recreate.
Yes, less is more. I tend to lower again, but 10 to 20 pictures is perfect.
I guess also wedding clients, they don't see full album.
I select between 20 and 30 pictures on one wedding, and so they have a series on the website that they can watch. If they want to push further, I present the album and a full gallery when we meet.
So how many people don't reply to this? The first email with all the questions?
Less and less. Say 1 out of 5 don't reply.
Oh, so that's pretty good.
Yes.
So people really want to work with you.
Exactly. So this is really important for me. If I know they want to work with me.
By the way, if I would be them, I would just ask ChatGPT to answer all these questions for free.
That could. And in the reply, you can feel the structure of the answer. Last few months, I can tell they're using ChatGPT. That's really yes, but still they have to input their infos. Like when I ask what kind of music do you listen to, if they didn't create a GPT profile, ChatGPT doesn't know. It can guess here. A bit of everything mainstream.
Ask them what music they like.
Yes, because it's really important for a viewing session. A playlist when I show and display the pictures.
It's like going on a first date and asking how many kids do you want.
With a side. What kind of music do you listen to? What's your pet's name?
What music do you want to know already? Right,
Fair enough.
first date.
What is gonna be the name of children?
Yeah, okay. Is he marriage? Was that the type of questions you asked on the first date for you as well?
No, not at all. The questions were mainly around whether or not she liked cat. And then we told him that I did not love his beard, which is still quite commonly there.
A bit shorter. She trimmed it.
It's a fight.
Yes.
All right.
But so yeah, first exchange with email with the clients. They answer, so I ask personal questions. Question about the weddings, of course, as everyone does. Locations, if they have a timing already. Where they add in the planning steps, who they hired already and who they missed. Oh, I'm still looking for a videographer. I'm still looking for a makeup artist. I don't have flowers.
Do you tell
It's
them that you
important.
can help them plan it?
Yes.
So in the first email, we're already even planned.
After they answered all the questions, I explained a bit what I will do with them and how I will help them.
You just ask questions and then they need to guess like why you are.
No, I explained them during the meeting why I ask all of this and why we're pushing further during the meeting. But I don't explain exactly why I'm asking how they met, who they are, when they're getting married. This is to me normal questions. The question I push and ask me further, like band music, movies, I do that for me.
And how do you qualify them with?
So this is the first thing I do on the website. I have a starting price for 6 hours of shooting.
On every page or is it a separate page?
You mean website?
Yeah, where do you show your prices?
On the website, I have service page. They see the 4 major things I can do, even wedding, portrait, commercial.
Yeah.
And they have starting price for all of them. The commercials are unquote because it's so different from a shot to another. But yeah, so they have the starting price. Yeah. If they're comfortable with that, we start chatting. First email the questions, they answer, and then I explain, okay, here's what I can do for you. So I'm photographer, but not just. Since I've been doing that for the last 10 years, I'm going to help you with planning and with all of your organizing and contacting the different contractors. And so I have a full list of contractors with who I'm happy to work with.
Yeah. So you helped them basically plan the event.
Yes.
And you just got married yourself, so you have a lot of experience.
I wouldn't say wedding planner because that's a completely different and unique job. I don't do that on the wedding either.
But there's some added value that you provide. And that's why people recommend you so much, because you're not just a photographer, you help them with a team. That's what I teach with students as well. You need to be more than that. If you want to be paid like an agency, you got to be an agency, right?
You got to put yourself, and this works for every kind of photographer, client. You have to imagine being in the place of your clients. Yeah. If you don't do that, it never worked for me when I think just about photography and not thinking client side point of view.
I think this is the biggest mistakes that photographers make. They think about themselves as, I just love taking portraits of people. This is my passion. And
I accept it.
This is why they get paid really low, because they don't see it from the client's perspective, where they're like, I can help you solve the bigger problem and I can help you solve all of those things because they have problems.
Yes.
Okay, so going on with the funnel, you have one question, one email with a lot of questions, and then if they pass that, you invite them home.
Yes. Okay. So
when I don't go on a call before?
Sometimes we have a call in between, or first time it's a call, then I send you. I'll send you a little form to fill in and to answer. Yeah. Sometimes I meet them and we never heard each other. Then I explain after their question email what we are going to do, how I can help them. The prices start at 2K for 6 hours, but I have much more to offer. If they're okay with that, I propose a meeting. So I make sure they saw the starting price, because some people contact you, they saw the pictures, don't read too much. Yeah. Send a bunch of emails to a few photographers.
What it basically means is the bare minimum I can do for you will cost $2,000, but there's so much more that I can do for you and help you with, and it will just cost more. Are you comfortable with that?
Exactly. That's it. Then we have the big meeting. I'll let them know, okay, this is going to take a few hours of your time. Let me know if you have only 2 hours, we'll do it. We'll make it work in 2 hours. But if you have no limit, I'm not looking at my watch, and we'll have a nice moment, just the 3 of us for a few hours.
Do you tell them what they can get out of this?
Before, by email. No, and that's what is so cool. I have the same reaction, is that we were a bit concerned when you said 2 to 3 to 4 hours in your email. We didn't understand what, and they explained that to me at the end of the meeting, and they're like, already? That's the best feeling. Because it means
you like the surprise effect, huh?
Yes.
You like people trusting you without knowing what's going to happen, and then you just take them on a journey.
Surprise effect, that's an adventure, unexperienced. That's why I'm trying to do.
And how many people don't want to come? Like, how many people don't answer?
Of course, if they work a lot and we cannot meet in person, of course I schedule a Zoom or a Google Meet.
Yeah. No, but what if they don't want?
No, never happened. If they don't want, either they don't answer, then I do a follow-up. Hey, by the way, are you already decided on a photographer, or do you have any solution already? Then some answer. Yes, sorry, we're out of range for us. We try with someone else. Or it could be completely transparent. Oh, the budget is a bit over range for us.
Yeah.
I don't push. I say I completely get that.
But how much percent of the people who answer the questions don't show up, don't wanna happen to you?
We should.
Like 20%?
Yes, I would say after sending the third email, which contains the agenda when they can book a meeting, everyone to whom I send the link there.
Well, that's really good stats. So that's like the funnel, right? People hear about you, people know about the price, they email you, and then they meet up with you.
This.
Okay. So they walk in the door.
Most of the time it's the end. But when we get really well along together, we hug. No kidding. So they arrive, we sit at the table, I take notes during the whole thing. There are multiple parts of the meeting, I would say.
Yeah.
So first part, we speak about them, everything. As I said,
Right.
the private life. How they get to meet, where they meet, family, friends, work, hobbies, what they like to do, what they hate in life. Everything that I can do photography echoing through the story they're telling. So if they go, okay, we were chemists. We met at the university. A few months after, we do an engagement session, and it's in the university courtyard. And this photo, the location echoes with them. Or it's not just an engagement session. The shoot we do before the wedding. It's something with another dimension. After that, we talk a bit about their wedding. Everything they have planning wise, contractor wise, as you were talking. And then I already arrive with a few questions, could be considered as selling question, and really they are, but it helps me see what they really need or not as well. Because after a while, when I showed the package, the prices, I don't want to push selling something that they don't need. So making sure before asking and showing the package what they need is really important. So I asked them, do you know the engagement session? Do you know what it is? And I explain what it is, why we do it. Engagement session could be really nice if you're camera shy. So we get to meet together before, we get to know each other, you see how I work. And the most important thing is that I let them do the selection, the engagement shoot, which helps me afterwards to be more efficient on the wedding day for the couple session.
They select the photos?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
So I do a pre-selection. 2 hours, I send between 80 and 100 photos. They pick 20 of them. Online gallery. Adobe Gallery does that actually. So you can send from Lightroom directly to Adobe Cloud, and they do the selection. Then we get the selection in Lightroom, and during the session, I shoot everything that I can do in my style range, which is fun photos, dynamic, but as well a bit of glamorous, natural, lot of laugh. And so when they do the selection, I see what kind of picture they like most. So if we have 10 or 15 minutes for the couple session during the day, I go straight to the point. I know that the pictures I'm creating right now, they're gonna love it because that's the style they preferred when I propose. Same with the albums, with the playlist. I ask questions. How do you consume your photos? So we take specific examples. Did you go to vacation previous year?
Yeah.
I go, yeah, where?
Yeah.
Italy, perfect. Did you print any photo? Do you have everything on your phone? Oh yeah, we printed a few. We love to display some pictures in the toilet.
No.
Perfect. Cross-selling. We are going to do some selling prints after a while, and they can continue the thing in the walking all the way.
Yeah. How do you sell them those photos? Do you have those photos here?
Yes, I have demos. I have
You have demos.
album, printing,
So you basically show them, hey, would you like something like this? This
print and sell. You cannot sell a picture they didn't see of the journey yet.
Yeah.
So this is just the first time I talk about it.
So basically, they end up booking like 4,000 photo shoot, and then after the photo shoot or after the wedding, you upsell them in $1,000. Yeah,
Print. Yes.
right.
Yes.
Is that also a good average? Like,
For albums, it's between 1,000 and 2,000. So a album comes with only one option. That was a big revelation to me. When I was younger, I tried to have everything would have a price and an option. At the moment I put myself at the place of the client, I was like, no, I want something simple. I want to be able to personalize the album, but I don't want the choice and the options, and I want something easy. So the easier it is for the clients, 1 to 3 options should be the max for any kind of package.
There is a sentence, I come from now the marketing world, like in online, and there's a saying, the confused mind always says no. So the more options they have, the more confused they get, the more no they say.
Perfect. Exactly there. That's the spirit.
Yeah, but like a wedding album for 1,000 euros, that's a lot of money.
Yes.
How do you sell such high package? Because how much does it cost if you already don't?
The margin are between 2.5 to 3 out of tax, of course.
So it costs you like 200 or 500.
Between that and that, yeah. It cost me between 250 to 500, exactly. I leveled the price on the higher
class.
Exactly. So even when
But you do the service. You design the album, you choose everything.
and wait for the service. So I explained the album for me, we have to create it together because I need their eyes to choose the pictures that are going to resonate the most in time,
Yeah.
the stories. Because some of the images will not touch me.
Yeah.
I'm sensitive to the beautiful picture, technical picture, the framing, the light. Oh my God, the light. Look, it's amazing. They do photographers.
But they're like, where's Burma?
Exactly. But their eyes will be attracted by one member of the family blinking on another.
Yeah.
And these two people weren't speaking for 20 years. And on the wedding day, they give a little blink. But it's really... So we did the selection together. So
They do them.
yeah, they do it at home because the viewing session lasted 8 hours. Because
Do you ever calculate how much you're getting per hour?
no, I don't do that.
Just internally, because you spend a lot of time with him on location, like 5 hours or 4 hours.
Right.
And then after, when you show them the photos and videos and everything.
I used to spend between 40 to 60 hours
Per band.
per client, wedding client.
I'm going to calculate this. If you don't mind.
So average 5K divided by
5K,
yeah, let's say 50, so it's in between.
you get 100 euros per hour.
I'm not doing wedding for the money. I'm doing wedding because there are none other photography to me that works. We say in French, on récolte ce que l'on sème. I joy.
By the way, we're speaking about your lowest paying work because you do event. You told me that you do event commercial work where you get 5,000 euros extra tax per day. You don't need to edit the photos. You don't need to do anything after that.
Right.
So that's like,
That's why I can still shoot weddings the way I shoot them and the way I deal with them.
yeah.
Because I shoot commercials and B2B clients. Then probably if I am as good as you explaining the added value, which I'm really a bad, I consider myself as a bad seller. I don't know. I know a few photographers. Yeah. When I explain, I spend 3 or 5 hours with my couple for the first meeting and I don't sign contracts on that day.
Yeah.
I tell them, you can go to see other photographers now. I've told you what I had to tell you.
Yeah.
I don't need you to sign anything now. Sorry.
And I spend 5 hours with you, they fall in love.
Yes. When I meet the couple, the person's signature afterwards is now, I can say 98, 99%. The photos I don't sign is, so every year I remaster and redo the packaging, what has been working, what I'm not selling, what people want, like options that are not there, that clients ask, or I hear that they need something that I don't offer yet. Every year I change the prices and what I propose. Yeah, at that moment.
So when you change stuff, then people are less reacting, and then you learn.
When you're not,
Low confidence. It
Low
goes back to the
confidence.
confidence, right?
you tell them the price, you look them through the eyes. You don't go. I practice Sébastien Roignon again, thank you. I practice in front of the mirror,
Yeah.
announcing the price and being proud about it. Being like, okay, I worth it. I worth even more, but I'm worth what I'm asking for.
Can you do the in the middle, in the rear? How do you do that?
Not good practice. Not this one.
Okay. Can you show us how you do it? Like how you share, okay, this is 5,000 euros. There's a lot of photographers struggle with it.
Okay.
So how do you actually, like, I'm a client, so how much does it cost?
So at first, because I continued the funnel and then I explained that. After we had a bit of discussion about them, about the wedding, I have the question that says, so as I told you, then I explain a bit how it's going to work before the wedding, during the wedding, and after the wedding. So before, I help them organizing, planning the day. So we do 2 more meetings. These are online or could be phone calls. When they do first planning, I help them with the planning. I redo the planning. So you missing 30 minutes here or you have a bit of lag time there. We can use that, really helping them as well. But I had them for a trombinoscope. No? Is that it?
I don't watch movies.
Okay. But Meryl Streep, big fan. She had a girl who has a book with the guests that are present at the event with the names And when the people arrive, they know their names, they know who they are, and then she whispers. So I ask that to my clients. I ask them for the 10 closest siblings they feel the closest to, because everyone on the wedding day is important. They are invited, but I have them the 10 most important for them with the names, with the fun facts about them.
Yeah.
I studied that before. And when I arrive on the day, I recognize the dad that opens the door where the bride gets ready. And I'm like, oh, Toto. But because I know he's Italian, his name is Antonio, but his nickname is Toto. And then I have a fun fact or something he likes to do.
It's the small details that make people fall in love with you, right?
These small details, but this is so powerful. This is the best thing I've never done in a wedding. I advise it to everyone. Ask who is important to the couple, because you're gonna be focused on these people throughout the day as well.
And then Toto is, oh my God, who is this guy? Where did he came from? How does he know?
And then it's really nice. But yeah, this is really important. And with my approach, he helps me as well at merging and a bit as a chameleon. You can merge in the background and be like a family member or friends. That's a question I get a lot by the end of the day.
For context, like some people would be like, why would I care if the client liked me so much? This is what gets them to, first of all, want to pay you more, want to buy more prints from you. This is what is going to get them to recommend you, and this is where you get all the fans from. And yeah, this is what like I saw before I came here, because we were at your house, I saw on Google Maps 92 good reviews, 5 stars.
I don't have any, but yes.
You did that thing?
Yeah, I asked them, but not since the beginning. I started really late. First, I focused on Facebook, so everything is on Facebook, and now I'm asking on legal because it's better for the SEO.
Yeah. Do you get plans from that?
Yes, quite a lot. Again, I try to convert any clients that I get in touch with, letting them know what I can do before making.
So you're basically really good at sales in person. People call you said? You get 3 calls a day just because people think that you're a portrait photographer, or you do?
For visa and passport photo, which I don't do that, but I let them know. I write them to someone that does it in the neighborhood.
Yeah. So this is, by the way, the secret to sales, on shifting your perspective to look at it from their perspective, and then to actually solve the problem, because you know that they have a problem, you understand it, and then you're like, I don't do that, but this guy is amazing. He can help me with that. Continuing with the funnel.
The funnel, we were explaining what we're going to do. So the document I need from them 2 months before the wedding is the planning. I redo it, and 1 week before the wedding, we do a call as well, and I reassure them. This is something really powerful. So 3 days to 7 days before the wedding, we have a video call, and with them, I take the time to have a look throughout the whole planning. Of course, if they don't have a wedding planner, doing that already. But I support them in other ways if they have already a wedding planner. But by doing that, on my side, I'm making sure I will have no surprise on the day. So I'm preparing myself, basically, learning already the journey of the day.
Notice also, he cares. Like, this is not common. And this is why people also call him dating, because you just care. You would care
about people, emotion and money on that day, that you want everything to be perfect. And I get that. I used to get that before. I get it even more now that I'm married. But I care about the person in general. That's how I pick my skills and my major, actually. I don't do landscape, or I could do animals. I love animals, but I love people. So I could be dealing with a lawyer, any kind of people, really, unless it's alive. Let's say alive in front of the camera.
Seeing it from their perspective, solving the problem, caring for them. Talk to her.
But genuinely, because I've seen photographers trying to care, but you can sound it doesn't ring. I don't know. But let's say it's genuinely caring, or actively listening. Just not because you could ask just the question and be like, okay, I have a few questions and we can listen, but you don't listen really. What helps you listening really is, I'm speaking for myself, but it helps me read through the line. When I pay really attention, I will never have a bride that I meet for the first time that tells me, oh, you know what, I hate my nose. People don't say that on the first time you meet them, but I need to know that. And by listening actively, I can see, I can feel, I can write moments. By the way, do you have any expectations for your photography? What do you see that comes out of your photo when we are done shooting the wedding and we receive the pictures? What do you want to see? And then I hear after that, the ambience of the family or the emotions, and then I can be careful and shoot exactly what they want. Because yes, you're a photographer, you have your own style, you cannot reproduce what other people do. You should be yourself, but you should as well take the client's side into consideration. Moving on with the funnel. We were at the questions, the drinking part. When I get all of this, I ask if they want to see more. So whilst we're serving the coffee and the drinks, when we start, I'll display the album and they can look through. When they go through it, I have a few a bit crazy photos and I'm like, if you don't mind these, we should work together. We are meant for each other. If these are okay for you and you are not like, oh, burn the cross. It's okay, we can work together. So this is one of the joke, but same with the cup of coffee. But these are just for them to know with who they're working with. This is not going to be too much corporate or too straight in the end, you know. Um, so after they see the pictures,
So they first of all they look at your website, then they email you. So they spend 30 minutes answering your emails, and then they have 3 or 4 hours or 5 hours meeting you before they know the price.
yes,
It's crazy.
we speak about them, we speak about the wedding. I
I would probably
explain
call it Katie, to be honest.
maybe
Like if I don't know the price, no, I know. He said 2,000, but yeah, okay.
I'm making sure they know 2000 is a basic starting for 6 hours. And some people are happy with that. I'm not trying to oversell. I'm really trying to sell just what they need. Or even, maybe more, of course, if they are not aware that they want it. Okay, we've never printed a photo, but we have a grandmother that was showing us the wedding album every week. And so it echoes to them. It doesn't mean that they're sensitive to that, but some people aren't, and it's like completely fine. They're happy with the digital form. That's it.
What's
Oh.
the highest package you sold?
550.
550? But what's the most you got from a client?
No, that's my biggest package.
Okay, but what's the most you got from a client?
From a wedding, 8K.
So you sold one album, which was 2K.
2 albums, 3 copies for the parents, full shooting day, engagement session, and tragedies.
And for the American people, they think this is not a lot. This is euros, so it's a little bit more than. And in America, the prices are almost double. It's just a culture kind of thing.
Yes. I
So
think so,
to
yeah.
translate it to America, if you would move to America, this would be 16,000.
Yes, but we have amazing healthcare. Love you, Obama. I studied in New York for a year after high school, so I know the concerns.
Are you ever thinking about going back to America and just like earning twice more?
I love it there, but I wouldn't do it for the man. I would love to shoot an American wedding. My price would be completely fine if I have to practice that there. If it doubles, I won't spend on it, of course. But I feel like I'm really good in wedding photography with the people that look like me. Yes, yeah. So I know that I have a limit. Like I hand clients a wedding, I wouldn't be able to work the way I do.
Yeah.
These clients don't have time. So I know sometimes we meet them on the wedding day. The approach is completely different. You work for them through agencies.
Okay,
Okay.
through wedding planners.
Wedding planners, but yeah, I thought about that.
I think there are some people who do have the time because they value that. It's priority for them, but I think also a lot of people there like wedding planner or looking at everything. And then you can ask the questions to the wedding planner and she asks them.
Fair enough. Then I'm done doing it.
You want to do that?
I would love it. Always dreamed of America. I had the opportunity to study there. Would love to do it, but I wouldn't go there just to double the price.
Yeah,
The price.
that's not about the money for you. Yeah.
Not the wedding.
Yeah.
That's why I don't on the hours.
Okay, back to the file. How do you show your price?
So I recap everything we said. So
That's important. I learned it in marketing. This is the same,
mean,
but it's really important. You learned it from your coach. Important principle.
I recap everything we said. So you tell me that you are the person. You like this, you don't like this, and you need me on the wedding day for this amount of time. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. Then I'm going to show you the prices. I have 3 packages, 6 hours, 12 hours, 15 hours. Everything is modulable. So they can do basically everything they want in it. Not taking out stuff, but adding stuff or transforming as they please.
Yeah.
So completely, I try to answer exactly what they need me to do. So you need 12 hours, perfect. That's the package you should get. You can have the 6-hour package, but then you had 6 hours and you end up with the double time the price of the 12 hours package that is there.
Yeah.
Really simple, but it works.
But that you show online.
Yes, I have on the laptop. I have nice PDF displayed, the free package, aligned with what they get. 6 hours, an album, a shoot, you for a wedding. Everything that is always included as well. Everything is in one page. And then I recommend them one package. And I'm like, okay, you need me 8 hours on a wedding day. So you should go with the 6-hour package. You can add 2 hours, which is still cheaper than the second package. So I'm completely transparent with them. I let them know. Then to push and I tell them that they should take the time to talk about it together as well. So that's why I don't ask them to sign when they exit the studio. And some hit the car in the parking 100 meters away and call me and they're like, okay, can you book the...
How do you create this urgency, by the way?
I try to not create the urgency. I let them know that they should take the time to they need.
Yeah.
But I think that I said it first. And the thing that made them react quickly enough is that I let them know that they should see other photographers. But so one day, sometimes I meet a couple of clients. And so until nothing is signed, I continue the meeting with other clients. I pick the one I get the more excitement with, the best feelings. So if they matches on the music band that I like, if we like the same kind of cinema, if we have common hobbies, these are my go-to picker clients.
So you basically say, I might not want to do it for you.
Yes.
Even if you say yes, I might decide not to go for it.
If they say yes as soon as they exit and we arrive that in the meeting,
Yeah.
I'll let them know through the meeting. If we are still here, it means that I want to work with you.
But if after they tell you, then you let them know that I might have worked at the opportunity and will plan.
No.
You don't tell it?
No, I don't. And I don't do it either. If I'm happy with them when they exit, I let them know. If you give me your answer in 1 hour or in 2 weeks and you want to work with me too. And if I have met no one in between, I will with you.
So what you could do as well, you could just say, because you told me before that you want to do 10 weddings max.
That would be great.
Yeah, to cap the max.
10
10 weddings. More,
weddings.
right? How many do you?
This year was 60.
16. You can just tell them like, I do only 10 weddings this year, and I already have 8 bookings. I have a meeting tomorrow and after tomorrow, so I'd love to know as soon as possible. Otherwise, I might be sold out. Because that's true.
Yeah, that's a great idea. The problem is, throughout these years, I didn't learn to say no. So I'm really working on that.
Wife told us.
She asked me if I find it wanted to marry her. I said, yes.
True.
No, I'm lying. I asked her.
Right where you're sitting.
Really?
I asked her, and then I cried so much she didn't understand the thing. I had to redo the proposal.
Next day.
Shit. You at least need then.
He actually used the photo, obviously she loved both of our hats. So he posted a photo on the screen, he saw, look at the photo, and me being our wife, having been used to seeing all the different photos, I started criticizing. No, the colors are oversaturated.
The cat is orange.
It looks awful. So I started criticizing him.
My first fun, but my toughest one.
And then he made me click, and then it was the same photo, but with a little hand. And then he said, "I want you." I noticed to go with Hotmate, with Ritzl there, and it just showed me great.
Love you.
Okay, back to business. Interesting.
Thank you for the advice. 10 weddings, and then I stopped there.
Yeah, it's honest.
That's what I'm aiming for.
You can raise your prices, but it adds this urgency and exclusivity if I don't work with anyone.
But again, I studied for 1 year marketing, and I quit exactly for that. It's because I was learning how to sell something that people don't need. So they had stuff that I loved about marketing and I still use on an everyday basis. Then the counterpart of me, I don't want to push absolutely.
Yeah. The outsourcing some of your work could be like having an assistant who will edit your photos, who will design albums for you, who will buy extra gifts or define new things and stuff like that. Because I see you have a lot of passion and you want to do a lot of things, but I guess time is a problem and energy. If you have an assistant who can help you with all that, you can suddenly have so much more time. So you can just make more photos or even hire someone to make photos with you.
Or spend more hours with Lionel for the first week.
Or spend hours instead.
Let's book an Airbnb.
You go to a park or like a attraction park.
You park. It's 5Gs in the month. Oh, do you like him, man?
Weird. Like, weird when we want us to say it, but also you only attract weirdos, right? You only attract people who have the same jokes, who have the same, who is this guy?
Yes.
This is the thing.
I like it.
Yeah, confidence is one of the most important things. Actually, do you remember like what difference this confidence made in your business? Was this part of the 10xing kind of mindset?
Yes. When I realized that I could be myself without
Filter.
there is a filter, of course. And that's true. I'm not the same when I shoot a wedding and when I arrive in a law firm for the first time. I don't know anyone. Of course, I'm not like that. But still, when I am myself, and I can do the jokes. The first thing, it could be wedding photography, it could be headshots in a really serious law firm. The first thing people say about me is that I've never met someone who puts me at my ease so easily. when I understood that, I tend to be the same all the time with everyone.
So how do you actually make people at ease? Like, I get jokes for sure.
Jokes, bad jokes, good jokes, really bad jokes again.
You have like extreme amount of energy.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think so. Yes, but then after I don't
do
do that. I saw the video.
Yeah.
No, I'm not flexible enough.
Okay.
But
I did it once, and like crack.
you did.
It was yeah.
Did your length crack as well?
I was okay, but they were like on the floor.
Sometimes you like just the joke and you're like, okay, I don't have any idea now. No, I really like to talk about the person that themselves. Ask about them. Get really and genuinely interested in them. What they like is the best way to go.
Yeah.
So we are in a law firm. We should lawyers. We are not gonna speak about work. What is your next holidays? What did you eat 2 days ago for lunch? And they go. And I click.
What do you do? What do you?
I'm not
you're
like think about when you're trying to remember something and you're like, they're the answer. Because when they're not at ease, the first time you do, when you say camera, is you open your eyes and you get so uncomfortable.
I like that. So you make them think.
Yes.
And then you click and then you make a joke and then they're like on the floor.
Yes. And then I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna quick talking because we done the easiest. Now we're gonna shoot the serious one, and these are the hardest for me to take. So I will just shut my mouth and then laugh again, and then the next one we get the serious shot.
Yeah, it reminds me because I did also like I was a house photographer of a big high-tech company in the Netherlands. One thing they loved about me, like I think the biggest value they got the photos, but after that the biggest value they got was me making them comfortable in front of the camera. Because in high-tech people are computer nerds.
I love it.
But then like everyone is okay, so uncomfortable, really uncomfortable. And we did it a little stupid. We did it like where everyone sees out all the time, so it made it even more less comfortable. And then it was like what you said. I did similar things. I was like cracking jokes. I was making the pose like and
But when you look ridiculous, that's a thing. You should look ridiculous behind the camera so people think, okay, I'm not gonna look stupid as that.
And for some people, it's so easy to do those things, but for the clients, this is why we work with you. This is why we cannot work with any other photographer, because no other photographer actually shows that they can do that. They didn't know how to do that. So for us to book another photographer is a big risk, because all our team might complain that we hate those photos because we are not comfortable on phone. And this is what the workers actually care about. Did I feel good in this photo shoot? Do I like this photo?
That's the way to go. I think it's the best way to go.
Okay, tell me a little bit more about. We told me everything about weddings, which is the emotional side, but there's also the B2B. How do you get those fans in the end? Because they are much easier, right? They're just like, hey, can you come make photos tomorrow?
Process is here.
Yeah.
Depending on so I should maybe focus on something I do more than the rest, which is events. I think the steps are really shorter, but the idea behind is the same. Get interested in your clients. Make sure that you understand what they need and what
Start in the middle. How do they get to you?
So first time I wanted to do B2B or more B2B.
Yeah. I was to business.
Business to business.
Yeah.
I was still learning with a mentor, with a coach.
Yeah.
And
Where would you be without this coach, by the way?
wow, not far away.
Like,
No, definitely. I think that was the biggest step in my entrepreneur.
Yeah.
That was the get a coach and get a couch. But yeah, so I went to him and I let him know, okay, I love weddings, but it's only seasonal and I don't have enough work by the summer, by the winter. He advised me to do B2B. Okay, how do I do B2B? What is even B2B? What do I want to do in B2B? Pack shots, events, commercial, communication, images.
How much do you pay for that?
But for what? Sorry?
For a coach? How much do you pay a coach?
He was how do you call it? Regional program.
Yeah.
So I didn't pay.
Oh,
I was it
the
was
government pay.
government. It's amazing. It was called Job Yourself. It's in Brussels, but you get one in every region of Belgium.
And they actually have good coaches.
Mine was amazing.
And are you lucky or?
I think so, but I met some entrepreneur there. It could be young people that wanted to launch their startup or came with big ideas but didn't know where to start.
Mm-hmm.
But it could be as well some people
I think you got lucky
mid-age.
because I think all entrepreneurs want to stay away from the government as far as possible.
I don't know. I was happy with mine, so I can only speak for myself.
Yeah.
But we should ask that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was really lucky and happy with mine. We're still in contact.
Okay.
I get to. And
Yeah.
so he told me, look at your clients' contact. You have already a lot of people that you have worked with in portraits or in weddings. And he told me, where you're trying to find new customers. You already have an amazing database that you can contact your clients, the bride, the groom, they work. I was like, yes, probably. What do they do? I was like, I did do that. There you go, he told me. I was like, they were there. So that's how I started.
They are-
I went back to the emails and contacted my past few years clients, wedding, portraits. And I was like, oh, I'm doing B2B as well. So if you need me in your companies for portraits, for events, I don't know if you know it, but I do it as well. Before, I hope you are doing well.
All the French stuff.
Divorced.
What's funny?
That always break my heart.
That's so funny. But you said it in a funny way.
But it's not.
Very terrible. Oh my god.
Yeah, so got back in touch with these clients and then convert a few of them. And that's how I got my first jobs.
Okay, interesting. That's a very good point. That's also what I recommend. Yeah. One thing that you told. So you said, like, did we finish the fun of B2B?
B2B funnel? No, we didn't even start it.
Okay. It's short, right?
It's shorter.
Yeah.
So, wait. We start over.
Yeah. Back to the funnel.
The
of
funnel,
B2B.
the B2B funnel. Business to business. So
Your
client-
business and you help other businesses.
Exactly.
How does it work?
So I get contacted,
Yeah.
phone, email, through the website. First, the client express himself. Sometimes it's a bit more developed than that, but I always try to seek and get more information. The more I have, the better I can offer photos that will overpass the expectations. If I have a client that contact me for employee party,
Yeah.
I'm taking one I shipped last week. They say, okay, we have a big party coming, summer party for the workers and for the collaborators. We are 350 people and we want nice photo. That's not enough for me. I need to know what they do exactly so I can target or have some images that will resonate with what they're doing.
Did you do it with phone or on
Phone or
email?
emails,
Okay.
both works. I tend to do it by emails because I get a track of everything.
But you just why don't you just go to your website and see it yourself instead of asking?
Fair enough, because if they the phone and they ask me as soon as I don't have time to go check their website
All right.
when they call me.
Yeah.
If it's by email, of course I can do that. But then I go further. I ask the marketing targets. I ask, okay, are you willing to grow in the next years? Meaning, if it's a yes, they want more employee. They want to attract new collaborator. I need to make them want to work with them. And by that, I ask them, what kind of company are you? Are you a strong company? Do you have open office where everyone gets in contact together? So really pushing far.
So you can offer, if you have a desk, we can in front of your desk or behind your desk, you can print a huge photo of your employees party, and then people can join. Will want to join this company.
Exactly.
So it's a marketing kind of idea.
And then you cross-sell, you go portraits, company portraits, and you go, okay, around that big picture we printed with everyone on it, we can have the new collaborator every month coming, and it really depends to every client.
But you try to
every
solve the
request.
bigger problem, basically.
Even if they don't have big problems, I try to go a bit deeper to overcome the expectations, photographically speaking,
Yeah.
and to be sure that we are on the same page. Just making sure of that.
So the comfort photos, but you're like, you don't comfort photos and you need help with the whole marketing or with the whole hiring process or all this stuff, and then you help with that.
Visually speaking, I don't pretend to be a good marketer at all. Or
You show them from your perspective as a photographer.
yes, and even if it's not sometimes really concrete, it shows that I am interested in them and what they do. Then, yeah, if it's an event, it's really simple. I ask for a few practical questions.
Yeah.
So how much time they need me, where, and basically that's it. And then I can send quotes.
So you send later quotes. Okay.
So second or third email is in the quote already. I do a quote with the specific thing they asked me. And then I send as well a PDF where they get as they're ready, the packages.
Yeah.
And they can see their hour rates, what they can add as well as an option. Or shoot on location, at the entrance.
I no longer need my storage or depending on this one now.
Okay.
Sorry. So I send on the third email, send the quote and then the packages as well.
So you send them like, this is the minimum I can do, this is the maximum I can do for you.
It's a bit different. I send the quote is the personalized budget they ask for.
Yeah.
The rates, 8 hours of shooting at that location, and really just the quote they need. And then I have the full PDF explanation with what they get from it, the delivery, what they can do with the pictures, and the options as well. On the event, you want me an hour more, you can do that. And we can add hours on top of the event as much as you want.
Yeah.
Same with sprints. You can do a book for every guest that you had, or so they know what they can do after. Help me cross-sell after I day.
Do you Cross. How much in average do you upsell?
Upsell is the good term.
Yeah.
Upsell. In wedding, quite a lot. I think less. I don't know. It really depends.
What
I had some companies hiring me for an event and then ended up with 3 times the budget of the event in prints and books. But this is one case in
It's a good point. Few years, but imagine like we did a event, we collect company events of 10 years, and now we want to print albums for everyone and give it to everyone. It's like a $5,000
yes,
or
but it's
$10,000.
by sending them that document that they knew we could do that. Otherwise, they don't know.
It's a really good point. So all of that, you actually have a CRM that does it. And CRM, right? This. And a CRM means basically software that does automations, that knows what is everything, like what's happening with everyone, and then it sends the right emails at the right time.
And
Do you wanna tell us about? Because you said it was a big game changer.
for me, it was an amazing. I didn't even know that kind of software existed, but this changed completely my approach and helped me rest well by the night. You always have something in your mind as a freelance.
Or did I send an invoice? Or did I send a preparation call, video?
Yes, so what it does, I don't use every function in this software proposed, but it's called Light Blue. It's a little team in the UK. They are amazing people. Their customer service is amazing. Always there to help if you have any question or even setting up the tool for you.
And it's cheap.
It's $10 a month for 2 screens. I have to check the prices. I think they hire them, but since I'm working with them for a long time, they're changing it. But for the newcomers.
Yeah.
But yeah, somewhere between 10 and 20 pounds.
Yeah.
12 and 25 euros for 2 screen.
Yeah.
So you have it everywhere with you. On your desktop, on your laptop, on your tablet, on your phone.
Yeah.
And what I use it most for is I create workflow since the inquiry could be a phone call, could be an email. I do it manually. Create a prospect contact and it has workflow. So if it's a wedding, I have for the big pack I'm selling 35 to 40 individual tasks that I have to do that are linked to my agenda. And so every day I know what to do. I have everything already planned. I don't have to do, what do I have to do this week? Everything is properly sorted.
Yeah.
You can link your database to it, meaning you can send emails automatically, phone text as well, text message. He has a scheduling online calendar linked with Google or Zoom or
So it's like Calendly. You don't need Calendly.
Calendly. I use it. I still use it. I don't use their application. I'm sorry, Light Blue. I still use Calendly quite a lot. But when time comes, I will switch to that tool.
So why did it help you so much?
Because it got me more focused on spending time with the client and putting time and effort where I wanted to put it. Before that, I was using Word and Excels and everything was so complicated. Since I do a lot of different photography as well, and just for the mind and the tracking, the follow-up you can do with the client, this is amazing. I'm missing thousands of features there.
What do you use that data?
For a lot of things, basically database. All of my clients are managed there. The following up part, I have to send the contracts to these people. I have to edit post-prod on that. I have to send that to the server. This is uploading to Big Time Gallery. So it's really everything. I do that. I have 2-screen display on the desktop and this stays the whole day there. I can do analytics with it. So what is the channel people got to know me? It's to word of mouth.
Yeah.
Or a phone call, or Facebook, or Google ad. And yeah, there is a before and a after since I've been using that. I know in the US there's a Ninja Studio that does that for photographers as well. In Europe here we have less options, but Light Blue is amazing.
Okay. So I'll just share like what a CRM can actually do. Cause I'm starting to use it now more, and it's actually mind blowing how much it can help. So I use it like for my Instagram. So every time someone messages me, it goes instantly to the CRM. So I can add notes to it. I can even have ChatGPT options. So ChatGPT answers for me or has an option where it's answers and I can send so I can edit it. I can even have it shared with other people, right? So other people can now send messages for me and stuff like that. I can have an automation. So if someone messages me this or comments this, then it will ask them a question. And if they don't answer, it will follow up with them in their request based on what they said. For example, if someone buys something from me, it can have a whole sequence of first they get this email. If they answer, they get this email. If they don't answer, they get this email. And then this is the list of questions. If they answer that, based on that, we can do this. So it's like kind of mind blowing. It's like your life is automated. Like you don't need to remember sending invoices. You don't need to remember following up with them. You don't need to form them up.
Invoicing. We forget to talk about that. But it's a big thing that the CRM can do as well.
Yeah.
Automating the quote and the
Yeah.
linking.
Is it your website as well on Instagram?
No, I need to link these two
Yeah.
because every mail I get, inquiry,
Yeah.
I import it manually.
Yeah.
Then it does its thing, but I still have to click. So I have to automate it. But you can do it.
Yeah,
So, and for
my email list also is on my CRM. So when people sign up to the email list, 24 hours later, then it sends them another email and stuff like that. And we can see, okay, they clicked on this, they didn't click on this. Because of this, there's a lot of options.
how many time did you take to set it as you wanted and being happy with it?
I procrastinated like for half a year, I think, on it. I was like, I don't want to learn it. It seems too complicated. But now I'm forcing myself to hire people to learn it or to teach me that, or like I learn it with YouTube and stuff because it's so powerful. It can be your whole business.
Right?
Yeah, you can die and it will still work. Like literally, like I can die and my Instagram will still post for me,
Wow.
get comments for me, message people for me, and look like I'm alive.
Okay, you're a step ahead. You're a step. I need to automate some stuff.
Yeah, it takes energy, but it's the future.
But it's a big thing for you as well then.
It's starting to be. Still not fully used. Okay, let's summarize it. What did we learn today? Okay, we learned, first of all, how you started, how you got your first clients, exactly the journey of every client that pays $5,000 or $8,000 euros.
Yes,
So that's like 10,000 for your photography. So it could be in weddings, it could be in business and B2B, like events and stuff. And we got to learn how to be confident, basically, how to be more yourself, how to have more passion for it. We got to learn how to automate most of your work, so how to work much smarter and easier. Yeah, anything?
CRM, we did automations, we did the funnel. If you do all of what we talked about with a passion, I don't think it's gonna work.
Passion is so like when we say you need to care for your clients, we mean passion. Yes. When we say we need to see it from their perspective, it means passion as well.
You don't need passion if you're planning to do it for a year or 2 or 3 or 4. But if you want to last in the industry, I feel like listening to yourself, doing stuff that you love to do, not forcing yourself to do it just because it pays well.
And your passion comes from seeing people's result, the reacting to your photos.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Interesting, fascinating. Thank you very much.
It was amazing, man. Thank you so much.
Don't you have a weird handshake? It's like a unique.
You don't want to see it.
Okay.
Did you see the Avatar movie when they do the thing with the tails?
We're done.
A nice handshake, wasn't it? Thank you so much, man.
Where can people find you? Nowhere.
Nowhere.
I don't want.
No, don't contact me.
Are you?
You can find on Google writing down Leo, Lio, Lionel Messi, the football player without the footballistic talent, photography. That's it.
And they will find you actually?
Yes. Sorry, Leo, Lio,
Yeah.
photography.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the website will pop up, the socials as well.
Yeah. And they will find other people in other countries. Are you the only one with this name?
Oh, you can see some lion photography.
Ah.
Yes. If you like big cat, you should type Ryan, the N at the end of Leo, and you get some wild photo.
Okay. Cheers.